You need to know what your strengths of your team is, so that they are being put into situations when they can work on their strengths, because that's where they'll flourish. And this is, you'll get the best, where their shoulders are the broadest. That's where you'll get the best effort, and the best return for your responsibility. Okay, you've told me that. Here you go, and everyone responds to that type of appeal. So yeah, team captains or captains and a crew, they need to find those things out, so that each of their crew members are actually doing that. They're actually working with their strengths more than their weaknesses.
But where I've seen supervision being utilised successfully is where the supervisor actually works as a support level to the frontline engineer as such. For example, going back to our discussions earlier about distractions, often the engineers that we talk to in organisations will tell you that one of their major distractions is management or the customer or operations constantly trying to get updates on the status of an aircraft, particularly when it's in an AOG state. And sometimes the supervisor actually ends up becoming part of that distraction, because they're also being quizzed about the status of the work, and so they're trying to get live updates from the frontline engineer as well. What success looks like is where supervisors deal directly with their frontline engineers, get the information that's important, relevant, timelines, etc., and then they take all the pressure away from the engineers that are actually performing the task, and provide that, I use the term air cover, so that they can allow the engineer to get on with the job, and they deal with all the distractions that would normally be directed at the frontline engineer. I've seen some organisations where the customer feels that because they own the aircraft or the engine or component, that it's their rights to be able to walk anywhere within the facility and ask anyone in the facility any question they like. It may sound good if you're the customer and you may have genuine intent. However, they're completely oblivious to the fact that they're actually causing disruptions, distractions and potential errors to occur whilst they're doing that. The supervisor needs to step in and be able to redirect that person away from the engineers doing the actual tasks, and be able to answer those questions for them, to, as you say, act as the intermediary rather than sit back.